Hey, what's up? It's Justin from Mekanix, and I'm here with the team to share a workout with you today that's not only safe, but massively effective in building strength, increasing mobility, and just raising your overall energy levels. The best part about this workout, you can do it anywhere, even from home. Oh, and one more thing. If you have any questions during the workout, if you want to have someone check on your form, if you have questions about modifications to make it a little more challenging or make some parts a little bit easier, if you just have questions about reaching your goals as quickly and efficiently and safely as possible, click the link below, reach out to us. We're more than happy to help, and we're here to support you. All right, let's get to it.
Okay guys, so we're going to start off the workout like we do with all our workouts with 2 to 3 minutes of blood flow. And if you guys have like jump rope or a piece of a cardio equipment at home, you can use that for 2-3 minutes, or we can just cycle through this little sequence that I'm going to demonstrate right now. So first we're going to start with some jogging on the spot, so really light on our toes, and we're just going to bounce side to side, and then you can alternate through this. So we go bouncing side to side, then we'll go foot kicks. Just bring the heels up towards the back of your butt. Then we'll go into high knees. And then we can cycle through our jumping jacks. And then take it back down again and cycle through that. So like 20 seconds on each one. And then just keep alternating for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay guys, so to start off we're going to go through some flexibility and mobility stuff, get into our strength warm-up, and then we're going to go straight into our lower body and athletic conditioning lower body work. So to start we're going to go with hip circles. So we're just going to try and get a nice stance, so maybe slightly wider hip width, and then we're just going to circle out. Try and exaggerate the circle in both directions. We'll go 5 to the right, then we can switch and go 5 to the left. Then we'll go single leg hip circle, so we can pull our knee up as high as possible. We're going to rotate out, back down. So try to keep controlled tension, brace through the abs, squeeze on as high as possible, lift and back in. So we're trying to get 5 on this leg, 5 on the opposite leg, up as high as possible again, abs stay braced, get a bit of balance work in as well. We rotate, open out, back down, touch the heel up, back up again, and down. So we'll get 5 and 5 on them, and then we're going to move into some internal rotation of our hip, and we're going to get through some hip work. So we're going to sit down on the floor, and we're going to come to our, sit down on our butt, and then we're going to do a couple seated, and then we're just going to lift our butt up off the floor or come into a squat position to make it a bit harder. So we're just going to move one hip at a time. So we're going to come down, touch, change sides, touch. We're working internal rotation of the hip. Then from there, we're going to either lift our butt up off the floor and add a bit of a deficit, working the same thing, or we can go into the squat position and then add the internal rotation from there, which is a bit more difficult. And whichever variation on that one you're doing, it's going to be 5 each side on that then as well. And then our last one is we're going to do we're going to go into a runner's stretch and then a reverse plank from there as well. So our runner's stretch, we're just going to be in the plank position. Going to bring our right foot up in line with our right hand. We're going to hold that stretch, feel that big stretch, and then we'll add some rotation. So we get that T-spine rotation. We'll get both sides of that, so one on the right, one on the left. Feel that big stretch, stay down into it. Get that thoracic rotation again. And then from here, we're just going to sit forward and we'll get some reverse planks in. And we're going for 5 each side on this one as well. And so we'll start off with, we'll go 5 actually through the middle. And once we get 5 through there, then we're going to add a reach. So up to this side, reach up to the opposite side, and then once we get cycle through all that, then we'll go into our strength warm-up. Okay, so we finished our blood flow and our first bit of mobility and flexibility work. So we're going to get into our strength warm-up and move through some movement patterns that we're going to use in our main strength and conditioning, athletic conditioning phase. So the first movement we're going to do is we're just going to do bodyweight squats. And we're just trying to move through our full range of motion if we can. So wherever you're comfortable with, so it doesn't have to be like hip width or wider than hip width, whatever squat pattern you're comfortable with, you can use to warm up. So we're just going to sit down nice and low. You can pause if you want to add more tension, draw it back up. Pause if you want to add more tension, draw it back up. And then we're just going to go through 5 to 10 reps on our bodyweight squats. Then we're going to go through a step through lunge, and we're going to work a unilateral movement. So step through lunge is basically just a forward lunge and a reverse lunge together. So we're going to do 5 each leg on this. So it's going to be step through to your forward lunge, all the way back to your reverse, and that's 1 repetition. So we're going to do 5 on the right, 5 on the left. So 1, that's 1. Hold, step through, that's 2. So like that. That's our step through lunges. Then we're going to single leg glute bridge raise to get some posterior chain warming up, and we're going to go single leg. So right leg is going to be out on this one, and then I'm going to drive through and extend through my hip on my left leg. Squeeze my glute at the top, back down. Drive through, extend, back down. Get 5 on my left. You can pause and squeeze your butt at the top, and just for an added bit of tension as well, make sure our glutes and hamstrings are getting fired up. And then 5 on the right leg. And then last one, we're just going to do a couple of jump squats just to make sure we're ready to go for our first bit of work. So we're going to come down, pause, explode up, back down, explode up, back down, and we're just going to do 5 to 10 reps of that. 1 round should be enough to get you going, or if you really want, you can add an extra round in as well. Then we'll get straight into our first bit of strength work. So, no equipment needed, but if you want, you can add some equipment into this if you have a line around. But if you don't have it a line around, don't worry, you don't need it. So we're going to do a reverse lunge for 6 repetitions, a forward lunge for 6 repetitions on each leg, then a front squat for 10. If you have some weight to add to that one, you can if you wish. And then we're going to do a low side shuffle. Again, if you have that weight, you can hold the weight when we're side shuffling, or you can add a band in. So I'll run through 1 round. I'll do a couple of reps on each. I won't do all of it, just so I'm not taking forever to explain it for you guys, so you can get into it. So reverse lunge is going to be first, 6 reps each leg. So start with 1 leg, whatever it is, start on your right. So we're just going to reverse out, back down, 6 reps. Once I get my 6 on my right, I go 6 on my left. Once I get both legs done, then I'm going forward lunges. So I'm going back in, it's going to be forward lunge, 1, 2, 3, all the way 4, 5, 6, and then back onto the opposite leg again. So I've done 6 reverse lunges on my left leg and right leg. I've done 6 forward lunges on my left and right leg. Then I go front squats. If you have that bit of weight, so like a medicine ball or a dumbbell, you can add them in. Drive back up on your front squats. If you don't and you want to make it a bit harder, you can just slow it down, coming down, pause, 1, 2, 3, explode up. Slow down, 2, 3, pause, and explode up. So you're going to add some time under tension just with the body weight. And you'll start to get some lactic, especially as we go through the rounds, so don't worry about not having some weight. And then the side shuffles, we're going to do like 10 each leg. So down low, side shuffle, back down. If you have weight, you can hold the weight, and then we'll work back the opposite way, 10 going the other way. If you don't have weight and you have a resistance band, even better. So you can just wrap it, twist it, and you have some ability to step, big steps, working both ways. Once you get 10 in both, and you get your glutes will switch on pretty quick on that. And then that is the last exercise. So we've got 4 exercises in this circuit. So once you get that done, 3 rounds, and then we're finished with our first bit of strength work. Alright, so we have explosive split squats, some jump squats, and a bear crawl. And we're going to do that repeated by 2, and that's going to be 1 set. So the explosive split squats, we're going to try and do 6 each leg. we're going to try and go into 10 jump squats straight away, and then we're bear crawling. So explosive split squats you can do on an elevated surface, so a chair or something like that. If you really don't want to do elevated, you can do normal jump lunges. But the split squats we've done before, so we're just going to come down, and then from the bottom we're going to try and explode up. So from here, explode, back down, explode, back down. And then they're pretty difficult, so you get a nice range, so really good depth, a good deficit to get down into, and then exploding up, so you'll feel like a good bit of tension through your leg real quick. After the first round your legs might start to burn already, but that's good. So then we're going to go straight into jump squats down low, explode up, trying to get as vertical as we can, and then we're going bear crawls. So bear crawls, there's a few different ways to do bear crawls. You can do a nice slow and controlled bear crawls, or you can do super fast ones. For this one, what we'll try and do is let you decide depending on the space you have to work in. So if you're working in like a confined space, you can just come down into all fours. We can compress through the abs, and we're just going to work slowly in forward and then reverse. So I'm compressing. If you have a nice track or a good run of it, you can go a bit faster. You're just going to work more conditioning, like a bear crawl sprint. You're just going to work as fast as you can, work back out as fast as you can. But whatever works for you, you can go either or. Honestly, you can probably do both of them in any space. But you can go nice and slow and controlled, work the abs, work the shoulders, or you can go nice and fast. The decision is yours. So remember, once you complete your bear crawls, you're straight back into your explosive split squats, back to jump squats, bear crawl again, then you're done and you can rest. But you have to do 2 more sets after that, so 3 sets. Alright, so our core conditioning work to finish is just going to be a hollow body hold. We're going to try and stay compressed up the whole time. It'll probably take us about a minute to get through the whole thing. We're going to just hold with our feet extended, like 6 inches off the floor, toes pointed, quads compressed. Then we're going to do some kicks with the feet, some little flutter kicks. Then we'll do some crossovers with the feet and some external rotation circles with the feet as well, and then back in internally, and just moving the feet, just trying to build up some tension the whole time as we're compressed through our core into the floor. So it's going to look something like this. So we're going to go hollow body hold. So we're just going to hold up, point the toes, and hold through here. We're just going to go for like 10 seconds. Then we're just going to go into some 10 little flutter kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cross over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go into our circles. So we can go externally, circling out. After you get 10 of them, then we're going to circle the opposite way. And then once you're finished with that, you can relax. So it's going to go 10, 10, 10, 10 through that. So hold with the feet out to start, then we'll do little kicks, then we'll do crossovers, then we'll do the circles out and circles back in. Once you finish that, then you can rest, and we'll do 3 sets of that to finish. Alright, so finished all the hard work. We're just going to go through some cool down stretches. And so we'll go through like 4 stretches that should cover most of the stuff we worked on throughout the conditioning work. So one of the first ones we're going to do is a box stretch. It gets our quad, hip flexor, all the front of our hip here, all different muscles through there. So we're trying to have one foot on, bring the knee close to the box, in this foot out in front as well. And then there's a few different ways we can intensify the stretch here. So one, you can push through this hip, so you get a bit more quad and through the front of the hip here as well. We can also squeeze the glute as well. So if I contract my glute on that side as well, I feel a really big pull on that quad and into the hip flexor as well. So we're gonna hold it for like minimum 30 seconds to a minute on both legs. So our box hip flexor stretch, we're gonna start with that one. 30 seconds to a minute. Then we're going to go either, if you have the ability to do just a pigeon stretch on the floor, and you can do that, or you can use a box. And both of these stretches can be done on a piece of furniture. You can grab a chair, you can do the same thing on a chair, or just a couch at home, and you can do the exact same thing. So we're going to put one foot up, try to bring the knee over, and then we can lean forward, or you can just hold up and then you'll feel that big stretch through the outside of the hip and into the glutes as well. And same thing, we're just going to hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute on one side, and then you can ease off of that and then do the same on the other leg. So nice long static stretches to finish, to try and cool down and work on the breathing, get recovered, chill out, get the nervous system back into relaxation mode and recovery mode. And the same thing, so the third stretch is going to be our frog stretch. So we're just going to try and get out into this position, and then we're going to sit our butts towards the heel. So we're pushing down towards the heel. So the whole idea of this is to stretch all the fascia, all the connective tissue in around our hips and our groin area. So sit down, you can go onto your forearms, or if you want, you can come up onto your straight arm as well. So you sit down, push the butt towards the heels, and we're just going to hold, feel that stretch. Again, same time, nice and long, 30 seconds to 1 minute. Easy out of that, come back up. And then our last stretch is just going to be some sort of forward fold, or a stretch where you get a posterior chain stretch. It could be anyway, so you can do a double leg, hinging through the hips, forward folding down, hips or palms on the floor. You can do single leg, hinge through one leg and hold down, stretch one at a time. And we're just going to hold wherever you feel that good stretch through that posterior chain hamstring, all the way down through there. Just going to hold that for 30 seconds to 1 minute. And then after that, we're done. That's our athletic conditioning finish. Good work, guys.
If you like this video, hit the like button below. Be sure to share it with your friends or anyone else who might enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel now and follow us on Instagram or Facebook. I'll see you in the next video.